YouTube asked me if this video was made for kids, and by default I said no because I might use foul language. I watched 3 days of The Condor yesterday with Robert Redford and Faye Dunaway. It was terrific. I'm not a spy, I'm a reader. I read stories, look for new ideas. I was just gonna say, I think like we can rate a country based on how smart people get by watching their English language propaganda. I feel I learned a few things from CCTV 9 back in the day. Like, just you let people into your country. Here's a TV. And there's an English channel. If you don't speak the local language yet, that's cool, no problem. You get extra points if you can watch the local documentary channel. In the local language, I mean. But there's an English channel. And there's like I don't know, maybe some kind of standardized exam upon exit from the country. Are you smarter than you were when you arrived? We give you a general examination upon entry, an intelligence, I don't want to say IQ. IQ feels like a dick measuring competition. There's a certain je ne sais quoi, an ineffable, like there's gotta be a way to determine whether or not people are smarter after they spend time in your country. Was I brilliant when I left Canada? I don't know, but anyway, a person's brain is always working. If they're having a depression and watching a lot of the human animal documentaries whilst eating cheap pizza, Like you would be amazed. Just there's a certain rigidity to the current educational system. You're sat upright. You're meant to be at attention. You're meant to be taking notes. There's assignments to make sure that you understand the material. There's quizzes. But I feel like you can just veg. I remember when I was in room 604 of 237 Yenping Lu, I had an L-shaped couch. It wasn't a convertible bed, it was just an L-shaped couch in the corner. And I could lean against the back of the couch with my legs stretched out. While I learned about how Tibet used to be a theocracy with a caste system and massive wealth inequality. And then they were liberated but remained abjectly poor for decades until massive infrastructure projects brought tourists to the region. And now they're doing much better, much better than they were doing under the theocracy. Things are much better and brighter in Tibet today than they were when the monks were running it. So, you know, the other side of the Tibet story. And it's historically a part of China, blah, blah, blah. You know, you learn a lot. You learn about the perspective on Taiwan Island, the general perspective on wanting to grow the middle class in order to reduce their economic reliance on the West, lifting people out of abject poverty is also a recurring theme. You get to know the talking points, what is important to this administration. Like, when you think about things from like a UBI perspective, paying your citizens a living wage to veg in another country might actually be a good investment for you. You might actually, maybe not on your balance sheet, but you might actually benefit from that. Just go to another country and watch their English language propaganda. You don't need to, you just order a pizza, get some weed if you can. Just watch their TV channel. Will give you extra points if you can comprehend their local language channels. Will give you a raise if you can write their characters. And you're dropping money in their country. They're probably generally quite happy about it. Fuck it, why not? Yeah, come veg. Come veg. We've got some good documentaries for you. At this particular moment in time with my life history, also having just yesterday rewatched 3 Days of the Condor, I feel like it's definitely a good investment for you to do that. If you can afford to veg and watch informative content, it's definitely it can get toxic, especially if you're in my kind of situation. It can be a bit weird. But net, I'd say it's a positive. Like, I envision a future where when someone asks you what you do and you say, I don't do shit, it is like interpreted like you just said something along the lines of a respectable profession. I'm a doctor, a lawyer, a university professor, priest, engineer, environmental scientist, anthropologist. Interested in philosophy and computer science, various religious convergences are also of great interest to me. And you know, what do you do? I don't do shit. Oh, wow. Wow. That's cool. It's amazing. What kind of shit are you not into when you don't do shit? Oh, yeah. Just recently watched this documentary about this and that. Cool. Cool. And you can do all of this with your legs stretched out on an L-shaped couch with a pizza on your coffee table. You know? Like, again, for society on the balance sheet, it's not obvious that this is a good idea. But when we account for a reduction in incarcerations and other deleterious expenses, it is a net positive. And in the subjective, experiential, self-actualization, anyway, me personally, I feel like I did that. Feel like you could call me a couch potato. And okay, 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 I'll take it. But like, I'm just saying, because of my personal life experience, I feel like you think you're insulting me, but I don't think that's an insult. And yeah, no, I feel like you can definitely, especially if you veg in another country. If you go veg in another country, and you spend a lot of time watching their media, you can put on your resume that you're not a spy. You know? That's all. And sound really smart. It's a little bit more sophisticated. Any old fucking redneck from Kansas can go to China and come back 10 years later as a prodigal son. You know? You're not the same person when you go back to Kansas. Totally different. Totally fucking different. So, number one, vegging as much as you want for extended periods has not proven to be bad for me. Subjective. Some people are gonna say, well, you're very isolated, you don't talk to anybody. It's subjective. But listen, the moments of ecstasy and the laughter the discoveries, the fucking mental shit explosions, and fucking idea orgasms, the laughs, the laughs. I feel like if you put on your resume, I lived abroad, but I'm not a spy, and I don't do shit, you should be able to get a job with it.